Hello, this is Mrs. Neeley, and today we're going to be reading An American Story by Kwame Alexander, art by Dare Coulter. This is for the ones who want to speak the truth, the ones doing the hard and sacred work of nurturing young minds into beautiful human beings, the teachers. To Mom Shay, Sissy, Dad Ron, Aunt with 2 T's, Holly Fisher, Michael S. Williams, and the Black on Black Project, Terry Dollar, April May, Reuben, of course, Kwame for certain, and everyone else whose love and support it took to get me here. Thank you. Dare. An American Story. How do you tell a story that starts in Africa and ends in horror? An unbelievable story about evil plans and big guns hiding in the night, waiting. While the girls and the boys finish chores, play games, listen to old tales of trickster spiders and talking drums, waiting. Looks like they're happy and celebrating. For the women to sing everyone to sleep, for the men to dream of tomorrow, waiting. Have you ever relaxed or laid down in some tall grass? To steal them away from their lives and sell them to America. But you can't sell people. How do you tell a story about slavery? About sly men from cold places, scheming and laughing on tall ships, while people shackled below, crammed in small, hot places, cry and sometimes die. A story of struggle and sacrifice, about bold men and women jumping into the sea, into the jaws of sharks, because they were scared and didn't know where they were being taken, or what they'd find when they got there. Maybe they just wanted to escape. How do you think this character is feeling right now? Have you ever felt like that before? How do you tell that story about copper dreams wrapped in iron chains, about working hard for long hours, from can see to can't, for free. About picking cotton and growing sugar under the burning sun, while blonde-haired boys and girls ate their candy and played tag before school in their woolen breeches and cotton gowns, and no reading allowed, and no reading allowed. If you're listening to this right now, then you're reading. Imagine you didn't have the right to read. About planting corn and threshing rice and curing tobacco, and harvesting coffee, and cooking and cleaning and building for free. Why weren't they paid? That's not fair. How do you tell a story about strength and pride and refusing to be broken? And refusing to stop smiling and loving. And each night, gathering the children by the fire to hear tales of Moses and trickster rabbits and missing home. And missing home. That's sad. Really, really sad, Miss Simmons. How do you tell that story and not want to weep for the world? A story about mothers fleeing in the wind, wading in the water, conducting freedom. About fathers fighting back, stealing away, chasing liberty. About some being caught by the searing lash of night riders, and others riding the night by the light of the North Star. Some people escaped slavery and some did not. About little girls waking up in the middle of the night to their tormented mothers pleading, "Please don't take my boy from me." About families torn apart, sold like cattle. I don't think I can continue. It's just too painful. I shouldn't have to read this to you. I'm so sorry, children. But don't you tell us to always speak the truth, Miss Simmons, even when it's hard? can see these children making a Black Lives Matter poster. When I've done something bad, my dad always says, you can't change the past, but you can do better in the future. Whenever I'm sad, my grandma sings me her favorite poem. We suffered, been battered, our lives have been scattered, but we're still here, and that's all that matters. We're still here. And this poster says, it's never too late to learn and do better. I'm going to pause right here and talk about history, and the importance of our social studies class is to learn about our past and not make those same mistakes again. Learning about history can be hard, and there can be some uncomfortable conversations about our past, but learning about them is important so that way we can improve our future and have a better life. How do you tell an American story about standing up and speaking out? About Sojourner Truth and Robert Smalls? About the Civil War and emancipation? About yesterday's nightmare and the courage to dream a new tomorrow? How do you tell a story this is hard to hear, one that hurts and still loves? You do it by being brave enough to lift your voice, by holding history in one hand and clenching hope in the other. A note from the author and illustrator, and that is our story, an American story. Thank you so much for reading with me today, and I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day.